We're seeing this surge during a time of the year synonymous with colds and flu. So how can we tell the difference? Dr. Ayla Stanford with the Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium is back to help us out with this. Doctor, thanks for being here.
Sure.
How can we differentiate between a regular old cold, the flu, and then COVID, especially in our kids?
So it's actually very challenging, and honestly, you cannot. So all three of them are respiratory viruses that affect your upper respiratory and even lower respiratory tracts. So you've got your cold, your flu, the coronavirus. The cold typically is more mild, and for a child, they're still going to run around, but they might have a runny nose. Once you get to the flu, it's going to knock you out. You're going to also feel exhausted. They're going to want to sleep a lot. And of course, coronavirus can have everything from no symptoms at all, 45% of children are asymptomatic, to a full-blown pneumonia. And so it's tough.
You really just have to pay attention to how they seem to be doing right now, especially if they're running a fever. That kind of rules out a cold, right?
No, not at all.
Okay. I'm a dad. What do I know? My poor kids.
You can have a fever with all three. You can have a fever with none. It's more, your child, okay? And if they seem like they're working to breathe and they're talking like this, it seems like their muscles are being sucked into their rib cage, if it seems like their nostrils are flaring and it's harder for them to get in air, that's a reason to get to your doctor right away, to the ER, 911. At this point, if your kid has a runny nose, if you're giving them Tylenol or Motrin so that their fever stays down, they don't belong in school. Don't send them at all. If they're coughing, and especially if they're coughing and it sounds like you can hear them down the hall, they should not be in school. When in doubt, err on the side of caution. Go to your doctor and have your child seen and evaluated. And same is true for adults.
Great advice, Dr. Stanford, as always. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.